Welcome to the round 6 WAFL wrap, Anzac for Legacy round, and we saw two great games on the day. The first of our derbies between East Fremantle and South Fremantle in front of almost 3,500 people. South Fremantle picked up where they left off last week with a dominant first quarter, kicking 5-1. Hayden Sloyth was dominant again through the midfield, giving the South Fremantle forwards first use of the ball. East Fremantle made a late charge to bring the margin back, but South Fremantle were too good in the end, winning by 17 points. In our second match on Anzac Day, we saw Swan Districts tackle West Perth at home, also in front of a really strong crowd. Both teams traded blows early, but it was West Perth who led at the main change by 17 points. However, Swan Districts came out and turned it on with a strong, in front of their strong home crowd, to lead by 11 points at three-quarter times. Both clubs fought really hard in the last quarter, but Swans came out on top, winning by 7 points. On Saturday at Medibank, East Perth hosted Perth, and in wet conditions, both teams fought hard throughout the match, and only 9 points divided the teams at half-time. East Perth, however, showed their class in the end, winning by 22 points. Claremont had their first game for the season at the showgrounds, and again we had a healthy response and some good attendance. Again, both clubs traded blows early, and it was close all day. However, with a 6-4 in the last quarter, Claremont proved too good for Peel, winning by 28 points. Having a look at our round 6 match review panel and tribunal wrap for the round. East Fremantle Stephen Dodd accepted a reprimand for forceful front-on conduct against Hayden Sloyth. Anthony Morabito, who fronted the tribunal last night, had his rough conduct charge dismissed. Jack Hanneth had a striking charge against him, which he accepted that guilty verdict and accepted the reprimand. And Thomas Vanderloo fronted the tribunal last night with inconclusive vision on a striking charge, and that case was dismissed. Perth's Dean White had a rough conduct charge against Fraser McInnes, which he accepted and received a reprimand. And there was also another case, South Fremantle's Nicholas Borovac, for rough conduct on Ryan Lester-Smith from East Fremantle. The match review panel withdrew that charge. I want to highlight some of the individual performances from the round. Hayden Sloyth continues to be the form player in the competition and the form midfielder. He was absolutely outstanding in the derby, dominating, finishing up with 5 tackles, 27 disposals and 4 goals, and he'd be shaping up as a likely chance for state team selection. And in our WAFL Colts young gun, in a team full of talent down at Claremont, Harrison Court, who played some Foxtel Cup footy last year, is definitely one to watch, showing superb skill execution under pressure from the back line, complementing this with 2 fantastic marks that he took throughout the ground, which gave those Colts people that come and watch early in the mornings a great opportunity to see some great talent. This week's round of fixtures see every game played on Saturday, which is great for the regular WAFL punters, and we've got a top-of-the-table clash between Subiaco and Swan Districts at Medibank. Just check your schedules there. That's a twilight game with a 4:05 start. Down at East Fremantle Oval, East Fremantle host East Perth, which should be another fantastic fixture, 2:05 bounce down there. South Fremantle and Claremont will also be a really good game. South Fremantle hosting them down at Fremantle Oval with the bounce down there at 2:05. And down at Bendigo Bank Stadium, we've got Peel Thunder versus Perth. Again, bounce down at 2:05. West Perth have the bye this week, but they'll still be in tough preparation as they fly off to Melbourne for the Foxtel Cup on Tuesday the 6th of May against Box Hill. What a great opportunity for the West Perth players to get a chance to run around on Etihad Stadium. Preparations are underway for the WAFL state team's journey to Sydney to take on the NEFL on May 24th. What we're asking our punters to do, our regular viewers, is to go onto Facebook and Twitter at WAFL Official and tell us who you think should be in the state team using hashtag WAFL State Team. We'd love to know what you're thinking. WAFL fans, you'll be pleased to know the official WAFL Instagram account was launched this week, and we encourage everyone to get on and have a look as we post match photos, behind the scenes action and much, much more. See you all at the weekend for some family friendly WAFL footy, and remember, kids are free.